And play. All right, guys, welcome to week 4 of the year 2024. Time goes by pretty quickly. And so this is me doing week 3 of the Road to Anywhere squat program, as well as the bench program by Sika Strength. As usual, I'm ecstatic that I was able to hit these numbers. You can, scroll back in time on the YouTube videos and see like where I was at a few months ago. But yeah, 200 for 8, that is pretty solid. So I'm always kind of, I don't know, I think with 531 I was happy because, I would see progress, every like few weeks. And, there were calculations involved trying to figure out like 1 rep maxes and stuff. With this program, it's because I'm not that strong. Like I'm really not. And I probably, I haven't pushed myself very hard on the squat. Like, 531 was awesome, but I was still working, doing squats once a week. So with this program, the volume being so much higher, I think it's somewhat expected that I would see results. I'm just kind of surprised that I'm able to hit these numbers like I am. So it's still pretty incredible to me. But overall, I'm still probably only doing like 50 to 75% of the accessory work, and mostly that's like a time constraint. So, when you hear me talking about these programs, just know that it's not a fully comprehensive, I guess, opinion on the programs. But in any case, loving this, feeling stronger, feeling better. And I really do hope that I can make it the next 5 weeks and sort of do what the program prescribes. Like, it tells you what you're expected to hit. And, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's pretty monstrous. The bench program, I'm having a lot of fun with as well. Not specifically for the bench portion, but for the other stuff like the accessory work. I don't really know those guys much for powerlifting, but, I trust them. And so the bench numbers don't progress super quickly, but the volume is definitely there. Before I was doing, again, 1 week or 1 day a week of benching. And so now I'm doing 2 and, eventually gets to like 3 days a week. So, I'm hoping with that volume and the accessory work, things get better. And then, did some pull-ups as well. So happy with that. I have a friend who has a similar space to what I have here. And he also wants to make a home gym. And I spoke about it when I did like my stupid little gym tour, what I would probably do differently. And I'm kind of jealous of him because he gets to kind of learn from I don't know if they're mistakes, but my decisions. When I first made this gym, the plan was basically to do like powerlifting stuff because, this was my goal. And I never really considered, I just kind of looked at what's the best company and let's just do it. I kind of jumped in head first. I'm happy I did it. I mean, obviously, I've been working out for 6 months pretty consistently. So to me, that was worth it itself. But there are a lot of limitations for what I'm able to do exercise-wise. Because I don't have, cables. I don't have certain attachments. And with this half rack, unfortunately, the options for like expandability just aren't there. And so I'm looking at the options for my friend, and I'm kind of jealous that, there's companies, there's racks that, have like built-in cables and all this other stuff, which in the grand scheme of things will make, his like home gym more compact and more versatile as well. Whereas, I think what I'm probably going to need to end up doing is buying like a separate cable machine. But, that's okay. I still do love this little half rack. It's really sturdy and, it fits in really well into this little corner of the room. But just some thoughts, maybe I would have done things a little bit differently. And so just monstrous, like 215 by 6. I think I did like 185 or something or the other, a few months ago. And I was very proud of myself, which I'm happy I was. I agree. But to do this, just incredible. Very happy. Very happy. My back feels stronger. Everything feels stronger. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the future brings. I said before that I was going to do like, hypertrophy work with this, right? I've been, eating in like a surplus, right? So I've gained weight for sure. It's very visible, and I definitely feel like I've gained weight as well. And so I've gone from like 160, 165 to maybe 182 at this point. And, you know, I think, you know, I've gained a fair amount of muscle as well, but it's tricky to know when to kind of stop. And I think, you know, after this, I will probably end up switching to, you know, just more cardio, more weight loss, doing like hypertrophy work, you know, which doesn't take as much sort of mental energy, I think, to perform. But, you know, you can see in that little whiteboard over there, it's 855 over 1,000, right? So in December, I had a 3-lift total of 855. And I'm really hoping with, you know, this program, I can end up being, you know, over 900. And I don't think I'm going to be close enough to 1,000 to make it make sense to keep going with strength training for another cycle. So, yeah, probably what I'll end up doing is just, you know, hopefully getting over 900 for, you know, the 1-rep maxes in a month or so. And then switching over to hypertrophy work. And then later in the year, returning to this and getting that 1,000 pounds. So, unfortunately, I was hoping to do it, you know, just right now, but I'm still, you know, very happy with the progress I've made. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. What I love about this bench program, so like I was saying, is, you know, there is straight up like basically hypertrophy work in there. You know, I haven't done these like triceps extensions. I haven't done like curls in so long. And this program, we're supposed to do them, and it feels awesome. Yeah, as you can tell, as it should. And, you know, I'm trying to take advantage of this because, you know, it's easier to build muscle when you're eating more calories than you need. And when I do the hypertrophy work, I'm probably going to be cutting, and there will be a certain amount of like muscle I can probably, you know, make or whatever, because in the past I've been more muscular in like my biceps and stuff. But I'm definitely trying to make sure that I optimize and get as much, I guess, like arm muscle as possible during this program. So yeah, like I said, I don't have a cable machine, but I do have these like cables that I bought during the pandemic. I never used them, but, you know, I think now's as good a time as any. And yeah, just flexing really hard and trying to feel it in my triceps. And yeah, I don't know if you guys are interested at all in me doing like more bodybuilding stuff, but too bad. That's what you're going to end up seeing. And hopefully, here's the thing, right? Everybody, I think most guys know this. When you try to like cut, a lot of times if you don't do it right, most of it's all the time, you just end up like getting thinner and it doesn't feel good. So I'm really hoping that this time I've made enough muscle to where when I do lose like a fair amount of like body fat, I end up looking significantly different. So anyways, that's my big kind of fear and goal, but we'll see. The only thing that program didn't have, none of these have, is lateral raises. So again, in the hopes of just kind of getting as much muscle as possible, just going to do a few sets of these every week. Anyways, that's it for this week. See you next week. Hopefully we keep this gains train rolling, and yeah, see you around.